4,000 Weeks of Life, Wake Up to Time Before It's Too Late, Life-Changing Book. Part 1, 4,000 Weeks, Life is shockingly short. Yep, your whole life might just fit into 4,000 weeks, if you're lucky enough to live till 80. Sounds like a bad joke, right? But nah fam, this is real talk from Oliver Burkeman, a straight-shooting journalist from The Guardian, who wrote the wake-up call of a book, 4,000 Weeks, Time Management for Mortals. You probably think you still have plenty of time, like, I'll do it tomorrow. Or I'm still young, I'll deal with deadlines later. But then BAM, reality check, you only get 4,000 weeks, and that's if you hit 80. This book isn't for people who want to turn into ultra-productive robots. It won't teach you how to schedule your life down to the millisecond. It won't make you wake up at 5 a.m., drink lemon water, and run 10K before breakfast. And it definitely won't promise you'll become a CEO in 7 days flat. Instead, this book is like a much-needed mental detox. It calls out the toxic hustle culture and the pressure to optimize every second that's been crammed into our brains by society. The hard truth, that's actually a relief once you accept it. You will never finish everything you want to do in life. And guess what? That's totally okay. So what now? Do we just give up? Say life is meaningless and YOLO it all the way? Not really. Oliver just wants you to realize this. Instead of cramming in everything, gaming, dance class, coding, Korean lessons, and get-rich-quick schemes, why not pick a few truly meaningful things, and actually live them fully, slowly, intentionally? Hey Gen Z, pause your scroll for a sec and ask yourself, am I living intentionally? Or am I just floating through life like 39 Chrome tabs, not sure which one's making noise? Let's TLDR this part for you. You get 4,000 weeks, you can't do it all, so choose wisely. Less FOMO. Less chaos. Less acting like life is a never-ending deadline. Start living slower, deeper, and with more soul. This isn't just about time management. It's about the art of staying grounded in a directionless world. If you're feeling overwhelmed that you're not doing enough, always anxious about wasting time, stuck in the pressure to do something great with your life, then this book is your GPS to realign your mind, help you relieve anxiety, self-heal, and learn to love yourself, starting with one simple truth: you're human, you're not a machine, and that is more than enough. Part 2, The Productivity Illusion. As sweet as candy, as bitter as deadlines. Be honest, have you ever fallen into this classic combo trap? To-do list longer than your grocery receipt, inbox cleared like a crime scene, Google Calendar packed tighter than a Blackpink tour, and if you're not busy, you feel useless. Welcome to the world of toxic productivity, where your self-worth equals the number of tasks you tick off in a day. Oliver Burkeman calls this productivity porn, basically, being addicted to the feeling of being busy, effective, high-achieving, but deep down, you've got no idea what you're really living for. It might look productive, but you're actually burning through your precious 4,000 weeks on things like, no one remembers you replied to emails in 0.3 seconds, no one gives you a trophy for being active on Slack, and trust me, no one's engraving Inbox Zero legend on your gravestone. Gen Z millennials are sweet victims of the idea that you only matter if you're constantly busy. But the truth is, the more you do, the more empty you feel, the more you multitask, the more you overthink, the harder you chase perfection, the closer you are to burnout. Here's the one question you should tape to your screen right now: is this worth spending part of my 4,000 weeks on? If the answer is no, but you still do it because you fear missing out, fear being judged, or fear losing an opportunity, congratulations, you've got a case of FOMO productivity, aka the fear of not being busy enough. It's time to detox your mind from the lie that busy equals successful, self-heal from working non-stop without breathing, stop overthinking the need to do everything perfectly, and start learning to love yourself by choosing what truly matters, not what you think you have to do. Gentle reminders from the anti-hustle squad: busy is not equal to productive, productivity isn't everything, you weren't born to be a machine, you were born to live. If you feel like you're drowning in deadlines, multitasking non-stop, and forgetting what it feels like to just be, then 4,000 weeks is your roadmap back to yourself. Comment that hit me in the feels if you relate. Share this video with someone too busy to watch it, and follow for the next part, where we'll learn how to say no without guilt, and let go without regret. Part 3, Embracing Limits. Slow down to feel deeper, not deadline-driven. Real talk. Ever feel like you need to carry the entire world on your back? Say yes to every meeting, check every notification, do everything now because you think if you're not maximizing time then you're wasting life? But babe, you're not Google Drive. You don't have to store everything, and you don't need to be perfect to earn the right to rest. Burkeman's not telling you to be lazy, he's just saying, you can't do it all, and that's okay. You don't need to chase every deadline, you don't always need a goal to be worthy of existing. Sometimes, a meaningful day looks like waking up early to hit snooze one more time, working enough, and actually logging off, not squeezing every second for productivity, but choosing what matters to your heart. Time, Burkeman says, is like water. The harder you try to scoop it up, the faster it slips through. You can't trap time in a super optimized bucket, but you can float with it, like going into floating mode, no pressure to control it all, just being present. Just flowing. When you know you only have 4,000 weeks, every yes becomes a no to something else, every hustle moment becomes a trade-off, and every time you stress about not doing enough, you blame yourself for not being a superhero, when really, it's the world that's demanding too much. Applied psychology for Gen Z. Do fewer things, but do them with presence. Stop chasing the future, to stop overthinking the now. Accept that you're not all powerful, that's step 1 in your mental detox, and love yourself enough to be human, not flawless, not robotic, just real. You don't need to sprint. You just need to move at your own rhythm, not fast, not slow. Just enough to feel, today, I lived. And it felt true. This part is for you if you're tired of always doing more, you never feel enough, you fear your life is passing by without meaning, then remember this: life isn't meant to be finished. It's meant to be felt, and a non-productive day can still be beautiful, if you spend it on the right things, and with the right people. Pin this video as your soft reminder: you don't have to do it all, you just need to do what truly matters. Part 4, Goodbye Bucket Lists. Live less, but live deeper. Welcome to the 21st century, where everyone lives like they're in the Olympic finals, racing against life itself. Be honest, are you caught up in any of these? Must have abs, a startup, and speak 3 languages before 25, own a house, a car, and check off 20 countries before 30. Feel guilty if you're not productive every single day. Even breakfast has to be multitasked. Coffee in one hand, self-help book in the other, while listening to a podcast about unlocking your limitless potential. Stop. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Are we living? Or just pretending to keep up, pretending not to be left behind, pretending that hustle equals meaning? Then Oliver Burkeman walks in with a gentle truth bomb from 4,000 Weeks: you don't need to do more, you just need to do what truly matters. And no, he's not talking about what's trending, he means what resonates with your heart. You don't owe the world success. You only owe yourself a life you can fully feel: a quiet morning watching the rain, dinner at home with your parents, a conversation without checking your phone. These are real accomplishments, far more meaningful than the 100 things to do before you die checklist TikTok keeps throwing at you. Applied psychology for Gen Z life. Stop chasing exhausting success standards, redefine your worth beyond followers and achievements, learn to say no to toxic expectations, and start self-healing by living honestly. No more pretending, no more pressure, real freedom. It's not in how many stamps are on your passport, it's in a mind free from the pressure to be extraordinary. Sometimes, learning to love yourself starts with this, allowing yourself to live an ordinary life, but one filled with meaning. This part is for you if you compare yourself to others every single day, you feel behind at 22 because you haven't achieved anything yet, you think your life feels boring because it's not Instagram worthy, then take this as your soft but solid reminder. Life doesn't have to be flashy to be worth living, it just needs to feel real enough for you to wake up in peace every morning. Save this part if you're longing to relieve anxiety, stop overthinking, live a little lighter in a world drowning in invisible pressure, because sometimes, the secret isn't doing more, it's doing less, but doing it deeper, not to shine, just enough to smile to yourself every night. Part 5, Facing the Fear of Missing Out, and Learning to Choose What Truly Matters. Burkeman drops one of those quotes that hits you like a mental slap. We don't fear running out of time, we fear missing out on other options. Yep, it's not that you're scared of the clock running out, you're scared of picking the wrong thing. You picked this major but worry you missed your true passion. You love this person but low-key wonder about the ex. You take a break, but feel guilty you could have been productive. So what happens next? You scroll TikTok for 2 hours just trying to choose a video. You open Netflix for 15 minutes not to watch something, but to pick something. You want to learn a new skill, but end up overthinking which one has perfect timing. This, my friend, has a name: FOMO, fear of missing out. Sounds like a final boss in a psychology game. And yeah, it is silently running your life. Here's the trap: when you're afraid of choosing wrong, you procrastinate. When you procrastinate, you choose nothing. And when you choose nothing, you've already chosen the worst option, drifting. You're not really living. You're being lived by life. So what does that look like? 1 minute of overthinking turns into 1 hour doom scrolling. 1 morning meant for reading becomes 3 hours of which book fits my current vibe. 1 goal to learn something gets postponed for 6 months because there are still better options. Here's a gentle truth that hits like a brick: not choosing is still a choice, and it's usually the worst one. Applied Psychology Tips to Break Free from FOMO, Gen Z Edition. Drop the I must pick the best option mindset. Pick what feels right for you now. Once you choose, commit. Don't look back like it's an ex's Instagram. Reminder: every moment you live, you're already missing out on something else, so go all in with what you're doing. Instead of drowning in what ifs, FOMO won't kill you instantly, but it slowly erodes your ability to be present. It keeps you stuck in limbo, always almost living, but never really feeling fulfilled. One day, you'll realize, what hurts most isn't the opportunity you missed, but the fact that your mind never fully showed up to where you were. If you're feeling stuck between choices, afraid to move forward because what if I'm wrong? Like your days slip by without leaving anything behind. Then this is your cue to relieve anxiety, stop overthinking, and self-heal with one simple but powerful move: choose. And live it fully. Remember this: every time you choose something, you're declaring that you are brave enough to live with intention. Don't choose everything, choose the one thing that makes your heart skip a beat. Part 6, The 4,000 Weeks Mindset, a field guide to living deep, living real, living well. 4,000 weeks aren't meant for you to rush through life, they're meant for you to live it fully. And no, Oliver Burkeman isn't encouraging you to be lazy in the name of self-love. He's teaching you a life skill even harder than waking up at 5 a.m. and drinking lemon water. It's the power of choosing what really matters, and knowing how to say no to all the soul-draining fluff, because life isn't a chaotic hotpot where you just throw in everything. It's more like a beautiful little plate. You only have space for a few things, so choose what's meaningful, nutritious, and feeds your soul. Survival skills for the 4,000 weeks lifestyle. 1. Learn to say no, kindly but firmly, like a Gen Z boss. You don't have to reply to every text, you don't have to be available 24/7, you don't have to agree to every collab, plan, or shiny new project that screams, amazing opportunity. Because you're not an AI robot. You're a human being with limited energy, and saying no is the first real step toward learning to love yourself. 2. Do less, but go deep. No multitasking. No chasing trends, doing one meaningful thing and juggling 5 half-done things. Don't let every day be busy and every night feel empty. Being productive is not equal to being fulfilled. This is the ultimate mental detox tip right here. 3. Embrace an ordinary life. That's anything but average. You don't have to become the next viral inspiration. You don't need to do something epic to feel worthy. A small, loving life can be extraordinary, even if it doesn't get a million likes. If you're living in alignment with your truth, every moment glows. 4. Let go of expectations, and stay grounded in the now. You don't need to control everything. You don't need a 5-year or 10-year plan carved in stone. You just need to be fully present, right here, right now. It sounds simple, but it's basically advanced applied psychology for Gen Z dealing with massive pressure. Living the 4,000 weeks way is about being intentional, being awake, and not letting deadlines or social expectations run your life. When you do that, you'll start to feel less stressed, stop blaming yourself for not being enough, compare less, scroll less, and live more, and most importantly, feel a kind of peaceful stillness inside. If you're currently feeling like you're not enough, constantly running the life deadline race, trapped in nameless anxiety, then maybe it's time to stop overthinking, self-heal by being real with yourself, relieve anxiety by embracing a simpler but more mindful life. Quick recap that hits deep. You don't have to live to impress, you just have to live in a way that, when you look back, you see yourself, not someone else's expectations. Final thoughts. 4,000 Weeks isn't a book about how to run faster, it's a book about how to slow down and feel every step. Your time is ticking, you've got about 4,000 weeks, so live not to do more, but to make each week truly count. Why you need to read, or listen to, this summary right now. You're drowning in deadlines and expectations, you feel like life's racing by without a pause, you want to detox your mind, self-heal, and finally learn to love yourself. Then this is the video summary you absolutely cannot skip. Pin it, share it, and start living your 4,000 weeks with intention.